When it comes to coin collecting, us Americans love our buffaloes. Any coin that features the iconic American bison quickly becomes one of the most sought after released that year. And it all stems back to one coin, the iconic buffalo nickel. Struck from 1913 to 1938, it's considered one of the few coins alongside the Indian head cent to be emblematic of the American Wild West, which immediately made them wildly popular among collectors. We have something very special tonight, the complete 64 PDS coin collection of all the buffalo nickels. That's every single buffalo nickel struck except for that special three-legged error coin that exists. 64 coins tonight for the unbeatable price of just $17.99.95. At that price, we are at least $900 less than our competition's price for just the first 29 coins in the series. We did find one competitor with a complete 64 coin collection like ours, and they wanted $3,800 for it. We are more than $2,000 less than their complete set, and ours was also going to arrive in the beautiful Dansco album, one of the most popular among collectors today. This complete collection is item number 905-11394. That's 905-1139-4. And as I said, we are just $17.99.95 tonight. You can give us a call at 1-866-518-5933, or you can head on over to our website if you don't want to use your phone tonight. Our website is abccoins.com. Then once you're there, you're going to go to the search bar on the right-hand side of the page. Just click on that, and for the entirety of the 64 Buffalo Nickel series, just type in 905-11394. That's 905-11-394. And at just $17.99.95, we are less than $28 per coin, which is a price that is the envy of our competition. And it'll make sense once I start breaking down the individual prices of some of these coins. Now, everyone knows when the Buffalo Nickel series first started, they had a bit of an issue with the design. And that all stemmed from the mound that the buffalo was actually standing on. You see, when the coin first came out, it had a raised mound, which while looking beautiful, caused a lot of issues for both collectors, everyday people, and the people producing the coins at the United States Mint. And it all stemmed from that raised mound. And you see, the issue were twofold. That raised mound resulted in the coin quickly wearing down while being used in everyday currency. And we're talking about the 1913s. The days of penny candy. A nickel was a pretty hefty and useful part of the everyday American economy, which resulted in these coins circulating heavily. And there you can see the major difference. That coin in the center right there is the Type 1. And you can see, even in collector's quality circulated condition, most of those coins have some level of wear and tear on the word 5 cents. And that terrified the United States Mint because they were just coming off that Liberty Head nickel fiasco where we had the I'm just joshing you court case where once they didn't have the word cents on the coin, people plated them in gold and then lied about it to shopkeepers. So the next year they lowered it to the Type 2, well, the second half of that year to be correct. They changed it to the Type 2 design with the lowered mound with the word 5 cents recessed into the coin to keep them safe. This also resulted in many of those Type 1 coins being highly sought after collector's pieces today. So much so that just the 1913 PPDS set is going to retail you well over $1,300 for all 6 of those coins. The P Type 1 and 2, the D Type 1 and 2, and the S Type 1 and 2. And that S Type 2, by the way, can run as much as $1,750 when you can find it by itself. The coins from 1913 to 1921 alone retail for $2,700. $900 more than the price of our entire 64 coin collection. Our competition did have just one complete set in stock, and they wanted $3,800 for it. We are more than $2,000 less, and each of our coins are going to arrive in beautiful collector's quality circulated condition. And now another reason that Type 1 design was such a problem was the design was so raised that they ended up shattering dies 3 times faster than they did at the mint back with the Liberty Head nickel. And this was a problem because the US Mint literally could not keep up with production of the coins and the dies simultaneously. So the design had to be changed, making this series starting off like many US Mint series with a bit of an oopsies by the US Mint, which only means collecting gold for us collectors all these years later. And that wasn't the only issue with this coin. They also had a couple of years where people got very, very argumentative over who was actually on the coin, with many rather prominent tribal leaders across the nation staking claim to being the man who they chose to design the coin off of, with the most famous of them being Two Guns White Calf, who was the last Blackfoot tribal chief in their history. And he was such a public boaster of being the design choice that the designer actually came out and Fraser had to say, actually, I had 3 Native Americans that I used for the design, none of which were Two Guns White Calf. It was actually Irontail, a member of the Sioux tribe, Big Tree, a member of the Kiowa, and then Two Moons, who was a Cheyenne. He used a composite of all 3 of these men to create one of the most beloved coin designs in United States Mint history. So even back then, this coin was part of the media fanfare, which only meant it was going to be one of those highly sought after coins in the years to come. And again, I do have to reiterate, this set will have all 64 coins, but it will not have that 37D 3-legged mistake that the US Mint accidentally produced. At just $17.99.95, we are less than $28 per coin, and the envy of our competition at $900 less than just the first decade. The first 29 coins struck from 1913 to 21, and we are more than $2,000 less than the price of their complete collection. The only downside is that these sets take a long time to build, and we only have a handful in stock tonight. And with the phone lines as backed up as they are, I do have to get moving on. If you're still waiting to talk to one of our operators, please don't hang up. You don't know when you're going to find this complete set in this beautiful album ever again.